Hello, this is the Chapter 5 review, Parts 1 and 2 for 2021. This will be what we call a Dudley review. All right. We're estimating sums and differences, so we're estimating to the closest 0, half, or whole when we deal with fractions. Is 4/5 closer to 0, half, or a whole? It's closer to a whole. 1/16, that's closer to 0. 1 plus 0 is 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. So our estimate there would be 1. Let me see if I can cross that out and rewrite that. All right, 4 7/8, is that closer to, well, when we do mixed numbers, we do it to the nearest whole number. So 4 7/8 is closer to 4 or 5, and this one is closer to 5. 2 1/10, is it closer to 2 or 3? It's closer to 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. So here's my two estimates there. A sum is an addition problem. The difference would be the subtraction one here. All right. Estimate the product or quotient. Now we're estimating multiplication and division answers. All right, this one, we use the same rules. 2 4/5. Well, is that closer to 2 or 3? That would be closer to 3. It's almost 3. It's 4/5 of 1. Times 3 5/8. Well, that's a little bit more than a half, so we have to say that that's closer to 6. 3 times 6, the product, my estimate for the product would be 18. 31 1/2 divided by 3 7/8. Well, that's a half or more. I'm going to round that up to 32. And 3 7/8, is it closer to 3 or 4? It's really closer to 4. So 32 divided by 4, my answer there, my estimate, would be 8. Express these numbers as a mixed number, these mixed numbers as improper fractions or vice versa. That's the target. Well, 1 1/2, you just multiply down and add up. 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3 halves. It's 1 times 2, and you add the top. That's how you get that top number, 3 halves. 6, 7 2/3. You have 7 and 2 out of 3. We'll do the same thing. You multiply down, add the top. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 2, it gives me 23/3. All right. Express these improper fractions as mixed numbers. Well, 14/5, we can think about that as 14 divided by 5, because in fact it is 14 divided by 5. 14 divided by 5. I like going down the side. I think it's a little bit easier for kids who struggle with division. As long as you're not doing decimals, this method works pretty well. Let's see, we could put two groups of 5 in there. That would be 10. 14 minus 10 would be 2. So here's our answer. You have 2 4/5. 2 wholes over here, and then 4 parts remaining out of 5 in the whole. 18/4, do the same thing. You've got 18 divided by 4. Well, we could put it in there 4 times. 4 times 4 would be 16. Subtract 18 minus 16. We have 2 left over. So I have 4 2/4. 4 2/4. Now, this is not in simplest form here. I could divide the top by 2 and the bottom by 2. So 2 divided by 2 would be 1. 4 divided by 2 would be 2, so that's 1/2. So honestly, in simplest form, that one there is 4 1/2. All right, let's multiply some fractions here. 1/2 times 3/4, here's 1/2. Doing it times 3/4. Check diagonally, see if you can do anything. I can't cross reduce it all, so I just multiply across. 1 times 3 is just 3. 2 times 4 is 8, and you are done, 3/8. That's 7/8 times 4/5. And this time we can do something. There are some shared factors there. 4 and 8 both share the number 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Now I can multiply across. 7 times 1 is 7, and 2 times 5 is 10. 7/10. Here's some mixed numbers. 2 1/2. 2 1/2 times 3. I like writing them out so I can see how to make them into impropers a little bit better. So 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 gives me 5 halves times 3. Don't freak out. Make 3 into a fraction. Just put a 1 under it. I can't do anything to reduce the 2 and the 3 or the 5 and the 1, so I just multiply across. 5 times 3 is 15 halves, or 15 over 2. So let's divide that out. 15 divided by 2. How about 10 times? Nah, that'd be too much. That'd be 20. So how about 5? 5 2s would be 10. I subtract that, I got 5 left over. I could put 2 more groups of 2 in there. So 2 times 2 would be 4. Subtract out, I got 1. I can't put another group of 2 in there. So here's my answer. I got 7 and 1 left over out of 2. 7 1/2. Alright, so I'll write this out. 2 1/2 times 1 1/10. Let's make these dudes into improper fractions. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 makes 5 halves. 1 times 10 is 10, plus 1 gives me 11 tenths. Well, I can divide here. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 is 2. And I can just multiply across. 1 times 11 is 11. 2 times 2 is 4. So I have 11 fourths. I'm going to simplify that answer. I've got 11 divided by 4. It's going to go in there 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. And I'm going to subtract 11 minus 8. We've got 3 left over. I can't fit anything else in there. So I have a total of 2 3/4. So 2 3/4. All right. Do this one here. I have 5 bottles that all are 2/3 full, so that's just times 2/3. I'm going to just put the 5 over 1. I can't cross reduce. I hate it, but I can't. 5 times 2. I sound like George Bush. I can't do it. 5 times 2 is 10. 1 times 3 is 3. I have 10/3. So 10 divided by 3 goes in there 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. When I subtract it out, I got 1 left over, so it's 3 1/3. Write this over here. 3 1/3 bottles of glue. I'm going to go with B-O-G. Get down with B-O-G. Yeah, you know me. Bottles of glue. Yeah, you betcha. All right. I have 6 1/2 candy bars. Mrs. Carruthers has 4/5 of what I have. So we just multiply those dudes together. Let's change this to 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 is 13 halves. Times 4/5. Okay. Well, we can cross reduce here. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And that's going to make our multiplication easier. So we have 13 times 2, which is 26. 1 times 5, which is 5. 26 divided by 5. Well, it's going to go in there 5 times, which is 25. Subtract it out. We've got 1 left over, so our answer is 5 1/5 candy bars. There it is. Thanks for listening and have a great day.